Like this big, you probably put about that much water up in there. And what you got to do is bring a thermometer along too, because I don't want people to just think they know water temperature, because that can shock the animal if it's too cold or too hot, because they are cold-blooded animals, so they can't change temperature dramatically, because it will shock their system. Try and keep it at the same temperature as about 86. I like a minimum temperature of 86 in my cages, and a top temperature of about 100. I mean, these guys can go to about 120 with no problem. This one here is posturing to where it might take a poop on my table. If it does, you can see how it works from both ends. He's eating a little bit on the table, and well, he might run out the rest on the table. But really the big thing is, what you do is you put these iguanas in that bathtub, and moisture content starts to soak into their skin, which is a great thing. And they turn around, and everyone's laughing because they know that I'm probably right about what I said. So the bets are on about if this lizard's going to take a dump. So before it happens, why don't you put a bet on it? Is it going to happen or not? Right here, live on the set. Doesn't matter to me because that's what they do. But I'm going to bet that it happens for sure because I said that it would happen. And really, this guy here, I would bond with normally getting him out by himself. But I like the bathtub technique, to where the bathtub actually works as a great way for them to pick up moisture, pick up exercise because they like to swim and stuff. And if they do poop, it's generally a runny poop, kind of like an egg. And you can pull the drain plug and basically your troubles go right down the drain. You do that for like 2 weeks in a row, I guarantee your animal will be potty trained. I guarantee you'll have a friend. And I've done it with over 200 tail whipping nasty iguanas so far. And you know what? It's worked on the worst ones yet. And it's because you're taking the time out to get to know your animal, and the bond starts to form. And that's how it forms with you guys as well. You got to start the bond. This is the first time that I've taken Parker out since he's been here. He didn't want to come out on his own, but I figured it was time, and I wanted to show you guys a really nice specimen. The reason that I got this really nice specimen is because of the fact that really caring individuals out there really help me out. And one of them is this fella named Darren. He came in one day, and I thought he was this goofy fella, but you know what? Goofy or not, the guy has a heart as gold, and really he's taken a lot of bucks out of his pocket and brought a lot of veggies in. And like the veggies sitting in front of me and the vegetables in front of me, he has iguanas, so of course he buys extra and brings it to me because he knows I need it here at the rescue. If it wasn't for him, I couldn't do what I do, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because of the fact that really, Darren brings a lot of vegetation, and these animals do take in a lot of food, a lot of money, and I probably couldn't afford to do it. But I'd like to bring him on now if I could. Darren, why don't you come down here? And it looks like he comes prepared again. The guy brings a couple bags of groceries with him. Told you didn't have to bring nothing today, Darren, and you brought something anyway.
Anything for the animals.
Dude, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. It's kind-hearted folks just like you that actually help me out. And you're the reason that some of these specimens actually turn into great specimens, because without all the food and the moisture and the time, you know, bringing it, I couldn't do all this myself.
They gotta eat just like you.
I know I don't give you anything hardly except a hard time, but, you know, really,
just your smile's good enough.
All right.
I'm making sure these guys have a good home.
Well, yo, why don't you cop a seat with me here? This is an awesome specimen, is it not?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know where he's probably going to end up, right?
Where's that? Yeah, I doubt it. You'll try, but I don't know. That's why I show you most of my iguanas, and the reason I show him all my big iguanas is really, they seem to just know. Look, this one's agreeing with me here. Yep. Look, I ain't your dad. He's your dad. Look at this. Probably because of that long hair, it reminds him of a girl and he thinks he's home or something. I don't know. But on the real, and by the way, just let the record show, Tom is right. We did have an accident on the set. Dad, if you wouldn't mind, there's some paper towels sitting right over here off to the side. Why don't you just come by here and grab a piece? And I'm going to wipe my table off, and I'm still going to continue to talk with Darren here, right down on the bottom there, right. Just 1 or 2 of those squares will work. But basically, you know, iguanas are awesome pets, and Darren, you've had quite a few of them. You've taken them to different fairs and shows and stuff like that, and you've actually
kids love them.
Yeah,
the kids love them.
You've done a lot of publicity for me that way too. A lot of folks see it.
Going to work with me?
Yep. You work at a daycare and you bring them around.
You should see the looks I got on the way up here with squash right in the back of the car.
I can imagine.
Right across the back windows.
You want to
People
hear
are driving
something
past
cool
looking
about
with
that?
huge
I've had women roll up their windows when they pulled up next to me.
I don't know if that's because of the lizards, though.
He is.
Well,
hold on now. Listen,
I'll keep it in that thought, though.
this guy here mounted, I'm telling you, mounted a tree in the back seat of his car.
Oh, wow.
I swear to you, dude, he put this thing on the back, and I gave him an iguana named JC, and JC was this iguana that had human eyeballs, dude. He had like the white parts that we got around our eyes. His eyes were straight up blue. I mean, he was awesome.
But he was a miracle.
Yeah, he was. As a matter of fact, I got him once from a fella, and he was dehydrated beyond all recognition. I found a great owner for him, and he had him for about 3 years, and then all of a sudden, he split up with his girl.
Things happen. Family changes,
and
unfortunately.
then before you know it, he came to me a second time for the same reason. And then I thought, you know what? This one I'm not letting go. I'm keeping him because he looks too human. And he really did. We talked to him. We used to say to him, JC's our boy, right? JC would bob his head and show it like he knew exactly.
He'd give you kisses.
He would kiss you. I mean, really, that iguana really was.
And they will. He right out of your hands.
Yep. He was an awesome specimen.
Well, you found the right home for him. I know how much Darren cares about his animals. So.
Oh, hell yeah. But,
he was great. He was great.
Yeah, thanks for cleaning
that table. Of course, absolutely.
Man, now we got a clean table to start again. I'm thinking maybe he'll finish what he started because that looked a little weak.
That was a little small.
Yeah, and I'm thinking he eats a lot more than that. But no, on the real, Darren, what's been your experiences with iguanas? What do you feel is an up and down?
They're amazing animals. They're just amazing to watch. They're amazing to interact with. The kids, showing somebody not to be afraid of them.
And you got to realize it's the first time Darren's ever touched this one too, so he did jump back thinking that being cautious.
They can all bite.
That's right.
And you don't. That's the last thing you want is him locked onto your hand.
Look at him. He's just chilling. He closed his eyes for you. He's all like, "Yeah, man. I bet you I found a home for this one." I don't know. I'm liking him though. I want to do children's shows with him and some parties with this one. This is the new Squash for a minute, I think. But don't worry, Squash. We'll get you back and do another show. Your daddy will bring you down. We'll do something else with you in a school or something. And really,
they're just amazing. They're amazing.
Have you experienced any downfall to having one of these guys?
It's hard when you lose one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's hard when you lose one. You get really attached to them.
Yep.
I'd go every place. I'd put him on my shoulder. We'd go to the store. He'd sit on the steering wheel while I was in shopping. They're amazing.
Yep, you can see it too. I gotta get another one. I know you got one at the house there that's pretty old, and that one was kind of beat up to.
She's about 15 years old, so she's
on her way out.
Yeah.
And I know I've been trying to say I'm giving you another one. You keep saying no, but
and
the way I'm watching
not that
you
big.
here, look at you, dude. You can't stay away from them.
And they grow to their cages. The bigger the cage, the bigger they're gonna get.
Well, leave Parker alone now because he doesn't want you bothering him. He turned around. Obviously, that's his. Yep, he agrees with me again. He wants to eat. He wants to be part of the show. Again, guys, look at the size of this thing. This thing's got to be almost 6 foot across, 5 foot across. It's